let the visitor in.
That person took something, struck the priest's head out of anger with a sort of thing one uses to stir the ashes. Then he finally killed him for good by striking him several times with a hatchet. Father Gélis had the reputation, well, it seems, how can I say, without insulting his memory, the reputation of being a usurer. Sometime after, a large quantity of gold coins in rolls and bonds was found in the presbytery. He was most probably peddling or investing money, but, well, he was the victim of some robber or other.
However, if the house was searched, nothing was robbed. The priest's body was disposed, lying, hands clasped to one another. Blood stains all over the place. On the floor, oversight or signature. The police found a cigarette paper with these two words: Viva Angelina. The crime was never cleared up. Did Gélis know too much about the secret of Rennes le Chateau? On the other side of the hill in the spa of Rennes-les-Bains, there was a third priest whose occupations were also disconcerting. Father Henri Boudet. When Saunière is named at Rennes-le-Château, his neighbour, Father Boudet, has already spent more than 13 years interrogating himself about the menhirs that he thinks are circling his parish. He narrates his search in the book he has just published, The True Story of the Celtic Language and the Cromlech of Rennes-les-Bains. The only trouble is that there never was a cromlech in Rennes-les-Bains. What Father Boudet records are mere rocks. The only true menhir in the area, he forgets to talk about it. This one was too a peculiar priest.
It's a rather strange book. Boudet was a scholar. In his book he nevertheless writes a few stupid things which seem out of character. A lot of people imagined he was actually describing a kind of initiatory path leading to a treasure.
Father Boudet's book has been re-edited. With his ghost menhirs and the map of his mysterious cromlech, it became a breviary and providential guide for the treasure seekers. As a mirror of Rennes-le-Château church, it drives to the devil, or rather to a sculpted rock above Rennes-les-Bains that is precisely called the armchair of the devil. Would it be the Devil Keeper's throne referred to in the parchment? Besides the spring of the circle, Father Boudet makes of it the centre of his imaginary cromlech. But the strange priest pretends to be a linguist. Inside the 310 pages of his book, he develops a raving theory. The true Celtic language is the source of all languages of mankind, including Hebrew, Latin, Kabyle, or Basque. The true Celtic language is modern English. For instance, Moses' name comes from to mow and from to ease, Mo-ease, or Moses. Is it the work of a madman, of a humorist, of a delirious Celtomaniac, or is it again a coded message? Since 1915, the priest rests in the churchyard of Axar Axa, a place worth receiving the sepulchre of the linguist, after the source of the circle, its axis. On the priest's grave, a stone book shows the price he attached to his singular work, with 5 Greek letters, ikois, the initials of Jesus Christ, Son of God, the Saviour. But if you turn the letters around, a figure appears, 31011. 310 as the number of pages of his book, and 11 as page 11, where it says the key to the Celtic language. But which key to what?
Don't forget that he put on his gravestone that what was important was his book. He gives us to understand in an intelligent way that there's something there that had lasted for years, centuries, and that transmission is necessary or else things get forgotten.
Boudet, the dreamer of menhirs and of languages. Gélis murdered. Saunière the builder. 3 peculiar priests at the same time in a radius of 3 miles. Does not the mystery of their lives hold a secret they all 3 shared?
If Father Saunière found something, he found a secret. My grandmother, who was acquainted with Father Saunière, myself, who was acquainted with Marie Denarnaud, she died in 1953, she talked about secrets, but she never said anything. Do not have her say what she didn't. It was probably heavy enough for her not to say it, like